today, family members. And yes, there is uncertainty. Today, September 11th, is India versus Pakistan, Chapter 2, Part 2. Everybody wants to know what the weather is like. Okay, so this is how the weather is currently at this moment in Colombo. Okay, it had rained the entire night and also early in the morning, as you had seen in Nikhil's report at Colombo. It did rain the entire night and it has rained in the morning as well. Now, for the moment, it could be bright. But the weather later in the day for India versus Pakistan is uncertain. Rain is forecast. Let's not make any this thing ordered. Rain is forecast later in the day in Colombo. So, India versus Pakistan, you are probably facing a race against time to finish the game today. If it doesn't happen, you are getting 1 point each. That is the situation that you're currently facing in Colombo at this point in time. It has rained the entire night. It rained in the morning, as Nikhil pointed out in this video. There is a threat of rain later on in the day. Today, the weather, 90% chances of rain, thunderstorms later in the day, towards the evening time. That is the situation. And it only adds to the uncertainty that is there over this current match, for which, by the way, there is a special provision, a reserve day. Only for the India versus Pakistan encounter, there is a reserve day. And even on the reserve day, you're going to see rain, which means you'll only get 1 point. This then begs the question, why did you want to have a reserve day and put every player under pressure? Why? Because everybody is praying for India versus Pakistan. Everybody has forgotten the fact that this is the most unfair day in the history of cricket. But yet, everybody wants an India-Pakistan encounter. That's how myopic, that's how the tunnel vision is there at this point in time. It is the most unfair day. And this match, if it happens full, it will only hide the incompetence that the ACC has shown at this point in time. Because this Asia Cup 2023 is the ultimate sign of the incompetence that has been there. And it is all thanks to the ego tussle between the PCB and the BCCI, the respective heads of the PCB and the BCCI. You know who I am referring to. Everybody is saying you don't take out names. But this is the ultimate incompetence that the BCCI and the PCB have done. Sri Lanka has put on the chopping block because everybody is saying, why are you hosting it in Sri Lanka? But there was no other option. Sri Lanka had no choice. They were given, you have to host. Because you are caught up in the ego tussle, you have to host. Sri Lanka are hosting it. Now the uncertainty will remain because today, if the rain happens, this entire experiment of a reserve day will once again show what a farce it is. Mother Nature is not controlled by egos and greed. Mother Nature will happen at this point. And currently at this point in time, it is not raining in Colombo. You may have a similar situation that will come. It is not raining in Colombo at this time. By afternoon, it will be fine. But towards the evening, there is a problem. There is a problem in the evening because there is again rain predicted. So that is why this India versus Pakistan Chapter 2, Part 2, will it get completed? Highly, there is a lot of doubts over it. So this is the problem. Yesterday, India could not get many answers because the rain came and because the Colombo ground staff were taken off guard. Imagine, this is how unlucky this India versus Pakistan encounter is. How could the Colombo ground staff, who are so well versed with the weather conditions, 1-2 minutes of rain, which was lashing the ground, they covered the entire outfield, but by then it was too late. Remember, why do the Sri Lankan curators cover the entire wicket? Because the sand base that is there at the Ketarama ensures that drying will take a lot of time. That is why they never keep certain patches of the outfield exposed to it. Yesterday they were too late in getting the covers out. That is why those damp patches that were there at the Ketarama, they never got dried up quickly. Always Sri Lankan grounds have got a big sand base, and that is why you cannot cover. You cannot expose the outfield. If there is a rain, if you expose the outfield, it's going to take a lot of time to recover. And yet again, people are saying you're hosting it in Sri Lanka is wrong because in September you'll always get rain. But it is the fault of the BCCI. It is the fault of the BCCI and the PCB. This entire Asia Cup has been absolutely decimated because of the ego tussle between the BCCI and the PCB. And fans are happily lapping up to it. Oh, we don't mind an India-Pakistan match. But then what wrong did Sri Lanka do? If India or Pakistan get a result today, Sri Lanka, India also the weather is not good. If the weather washes that out, then why doesn't Sri Lanka, India have a reserve day? This also, there is another problem which I have done yesterday also. India are going to play for 3 consecutive days. Last time they played 2 back-to-back ODIs, it was in 2018 in September. September 2018 in hotter, humid conditions in the UAE. They played Hong Kong and they played Pakistan. What has stopped them from not playing in the UAE when you would have not had any kind of weather interruptions? Ego tussle. The PCB's ego and the BCCI's ego. Whose ego is bigger? That is the situation. So today, India versus Pakistan, Chapter 2, Part 2, the rain will have a say. There is a rain threat for people who are joining us now. There is a big rain threat towards the evening time. It had rained the entire night and the morning, and now towards the evening time, you're going to see some rain happen. Now, how much time that rain will be, we don't know, but it will be steady rain. Or it will be like the stormy weather that we saw yesterday at 4:50 p.m. The weather around 5 or 6 p.m. might deteriorate. However, silver lining in that is the weather is uncertain in Colombo. Even meteorologists there have given up on the weather because they themselves don't know how the weather will behave at this point in time in Colombo. This Asia Cup has transformed us all into wannabe meteorologists, relying on other apps, relying on other weather applications to ensure that we get it right. So far, it has been a lottery. Nothing has been proven right at this point in time, except rain has come, but not at the times that we wanted it to. So it is a very, very sad state of affairs that is there at the BCCI and the PCB. Whoever agreed to the reserve day provision, both teams agreed to the reserve day provision. They are totally in the wrong in this, and today is a very, very unfair day in cricket. Be it an India fan or a Pakistan fan, that doesn't matter anymore. This is not a level playing field whatsoever, and it has been brought about because of the blatant favoritism that is there, and because of the so-called popularity between India and Pakistan matches. The amount of build-up that one does for India versus Pakistan, it's a clear indication that it is a fake rivalry. It's an artificial rivalry. You just have to pump it up for the excitement of it, just for the heck of it. That is the way. So, from India versus Pakistan, let us shift to a big, big announcement from the New Zealand squad. Yes, Kane Williamson is back, my friends. Kane Williamson is the captain that New Zealand have appointed for the new 2023 ODI World Cup. Yes, today the entire squad was announced and Kane Williamson has significantly recovered from his injury and he is the captain. This is a huge boost for New Zealand because they're putting up a good show against England, but they were without Kane Williamson. Now with Kane Williamson back, it is a big, big boost. Whether he can recover and get back into batting rhythm, that is a different question altogether. So Kane Williamson is back in the New Zealand team. Great signs for them. And the Black Caps did a very, very special announcement. They used the kids and their wives to announce the squad, and it was a brilliant way that New Zealand have done it. New Zealand always do things in a different way, and that is why they are the most appreciated thing at this point in time. They are the most appreciated team in the world at this point. Remember, now Australia are the number 1 team, Pakistan are number 2. So today you are going to see number 2 and number 3 battle. Pakistan could not hold on to the number 1 spot because Australia defeated South Africa in the second ODI at the Mangaung Oval in Bloemfontein. So New Zealand may have lost to England at Southampton yesterday, but they are now announcing the squad. They have announced the squad with Kane Williamson there, which is a great, great thing indeed. And congratulations to Kane Williamson for making a comeback and recovering from that injury. One hopes that he can get back into batting rhythm and ensure that he puts New Zealand in a good position in the World Cup, because New Zealand maybe might not make it to the semi-finals, but they are a very, very good team indeed. Now from cricket, let us shift our attention to other sports, and Novak Djokovic. Salute, truly the greatest of all time, because he's now won his 24th Grand Slam and he's level with Margaret Court. One more win next year and he'll be the greatest ever tennis player. Beat Daniil Medvedev in 3 sets, got his revenge for the 2021 loss, and now Novak Djokovic has achieved history. He's won 3 Grand Slams for 4 years. This is truly, truly staggering, and that is why, whatever be it, Novak Djokovic is the greatest of all time, and he paid tribute to Kobe Bryant, by the way. He was a big fan of Kobe Bryant, and that is why it is a big, big tribute to Kobe Bryant. Let's hold on, please. I have got 1 second, please. Yeah, sorry. So that is the current situation that we have. So from the world of other sports, Italy, the defending Euro champions, are in danger of not qualifying for the Euro. Already they did not qualify for the previous 2 World Cups. This time they are in danger of missing out on the Euros. And remember, Italy are the defending champions. So this is a big, big problem. Now, as far as the World Cup, the Paris Olympics and the Asian Games is concerned for Indian gymnastics, Pranati Naik has started off with the bronze at the upcoming events that are there. And also, when you look at it, Archery World Cup, there has been a lot of development there as well. Jaukar has secured the silver. So, a lot of sporting activities that have taken place. But India versus Pakistan today, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, rain is playing a part in Colombo. That is the problem. Yes, for people who are joining us, rain is playing a part in Colombo. It had rained all night. It had rained the morning also. There might not be many wet patches on the field because the ground staff had covered the entire Premadasa. But you are having a reserve day today for this particular match. That in itself is the most unfair day in cricket, whatever way you look at it. India versus Pakistan, reserve day today in the Asia Cup just for this game. And if rain plays spoil sport, this entire exhibition of favoritism would have failed. And maybe that is what it should be. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.